Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. 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 Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screens glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame gets shared. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema flair. If it's film or TV, yeah, you know we there. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping it square. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Yeah. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the movie Lair. Lights low, screen glow, real news in the air. Welcome to the movie Lair. From Marvel to DC, every frame is there. Welcome to the movie Lair. No cap, no spin, just cinema slab. It's full TV, ain't no we air. Welcome to the movie Lair. Welcome to the Lair. Welcome to the Lair. We report the facts and the rumors, just keeping this square. Welcome to the movie Lair.
What up, y'all? Oh, I'm sitting low today. Gotta get this together. What's up, fellas? Everybody in the chat. Get this camera together. Sitting a little low today. How y'all doing, man? Don't have a lot of Marvel news tonight. Kevin Feige got the snipers roped up. We haven't had any Marvel leaks in a while. No Spider-Man leaks, no Doomsday leaks, so we ain't got a lot of Marvel news tonight. But we do got some stuff to talk about. This week was a very angry week for a lot of people. Black women was mad this week at Michael B. Jordan. Black men was mad at the Is God Is movie. Michael Jackson fans are mad. Everybody, it was an angry week. We're going to talk about all that. It was a lot going on, and everybody was just upset, but we're going to talk about it all, man. How are y'all doing on this Good Friday? Hopefully everybody is having a great day. If you are catching me on the replay, gang, appreciate y'all catching it on the replay. If you are in here live with me, thank you for always coming to hang out with me on Fridays. But I don't think we're going to have a long show tonight, man. I don't have a lot of topics to go over, but I think the topics that we are going to go over are going to be good, meaty topics. You know, got some good meaty topics, but I don't have a lot on the agenda. Not a lot. JD Informant says, just like on House of the Dragon, he had them arrested and they ain't talking. Good for Marvel. I don't know, Jay. House of the Dragon still be having some leaks. They still be having some leaks, but yeah, man, we haven't had any Doomsday leaks in a while. No new information. You know what? Getting rid of that visual effects team may slow down on a lot of them leaks coming out, because that's where a lot of them was coming from. But then it might just get worse because now they're going to probably start having third parties do like the visual effects. Things really going to leak then. We saw that during COVID. leak a luke. Oh, man. But other than that, man, how are y'all doing? Hopefully you're having a great day. I wish more of y'all watched Interview with the Vampire because I would probably talk about that a lot on the stream. But a lot of y'all don't watch it. I think Lawrence watch it. Rest of y'all need to get caught up so we can talk about black vampires. Damn. I gotta do my Interview with the Vampire videos and my Interview with the Vampire fans come out. But y'all here on live don't be watching it. Y'all need to get caught up. Y'all like some good TV show? Interview with the Vampire is dope. It is dope. Let me see if any Marvel news has dropped. I'm just getting back to the house. I've been out all day. Let's see what we have. Anything I can add to the story? Trump always got something going on, man. Trying to see if there's any Marvel. Dang, somebody just bowled Caitlin Clark. They be beating up poor Caitlin, boy. Caitlin be getting beat up every game. Damn, she need to get in the gym. Stop letting them girls pick on you, Caitlin. Damn. They be giving it to her. All right, I don't see any new Marvel news to kind of get into, so we just gonna go ahead and rock and roll and start this show. Maybe I can get out here within an hour or so. Hold on, let me get everything loaded up here. We finna get this thing rocking and rolling. All right. So, what up, y'all? Tina here with the movie Lair, and we are working on episode 19, 2026. And in this video, don't have a lot of Marvel news, don't have a lot of DC news, but we are going to talk about other general movie news that happened this week. This stream shouldn't be too long. I don't have a lot to get into this week, but we're going to talk about the new Michael Jackson documentary that's coming out. His fans are pissed off. We're going to talk about the Betty Boop movie that's coming. Actually, interesting things to talk about that. What else do I have? What else do I got on here? Talk a little bit about James Bond. Sinners is going to be at Universal Studios and things like that, man. So we finna get this thing rocking and rolling. My dog is over here just doing the most. Don't even know why. All right, let's get it loaded up. Let's get this thing popping. All right, first topic. James Bond. So, the James Bond conversation is heating up again because legendary casting director Nina Gold is basically laying out the blueprint for the next 007. She said this new Bond has to ooze sex appeal. Okay? She said the new Bond got to be sexy. And she said he has to not only look good in a suit, but he has to have the screen presence where the camera just can't stop watching him. That's what I'm talking about. Make James Bond fine again. Daniel Craig wasn't a fine James Bond, but he was just, he did the part, but he wasn't the most, attractive man. And that was because, James Bond was a little bit older. Now, of course, acting matters too, because Bond ain't just about action scenes anymore. These movies get emotional, political, sometimes even psychological. But the interesting part is they're clearly looking long term. Amazon reportedly wants someone young enough to carry this franchise for multiple films. She said maybe even 3 or more. So they're looking long term for whoever they decide to go with James Bond. They want somebody that they can build an entire era around, the same way they did Daniel Craig. So yeah, the run for James Bond is heating up. I'm not the biggest James Bond fan. I don't know a lot about the franchise. I would just kind of catch movies here and there, but I've never been like an avid watcher, or I've never been like too deep in the lore to even know what I should be looking for a James Bond. If it was me, I'd probably just go find like an unknown actor and just bet the house on him. Go get somebody from Broadway or somewhere and then just give them the goddamn job. That's what I would say. Now, um, previously, I reported that there were rumors that Jacob Elordi was in the running for James Bond. And this week, it was also reported by Deadline that an actor by the name of Tom Francis auditioned for James Bond as well. Now, I don't know much about Tom. Don't know much about Tom at all. But Tom looks attractive. You know, he looks attractive. Now, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing that it leaked that he auditioned for this role. Amazon obviously wants to keep the James Bond casting kind of quiet. So whoever on his team allowed this information to leak, like, yikes. I don't know if that's going to help him or hurt him. But, I mean, Tom Francis on the left, he's a good-looking guy. They say he's about 6'2", 26 years old. He's young. He has a Broadway background. So he could be a good pick. Now, on the right side with Jacob Elordi, it was only rumored that he was in the running for James Bond versus Tom. Tom, information actually leaked that he already did an audition. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad thing that it leaked. Because Amazon is really, really tight on this James Bond thing. When I was at CinemaCon, like, that was one of the things a lot of the executives was kind of mad about. They was like, yo, Amazon is not telling anybody anything of what's going on with James Bond. So, I don't know, Tom Francis. Somebody on your team let that leak to Deadline or Variety, and that may not actually help you get the role. But yeah, man, we shall see. I'm going to be following this James Bond journey to see who gets the role. I think they'll probably have someone cast by the fall. They're going to go ahead and get this narrowed down pretty quickly, especially with the casting director coming out saying, yeah, man, we really about to crank this thing up. So I would say by August, September, October, we should find out who the next James Bond is going to be. So we'll go from there. As Jaddick said, I watch it, but I started a new gig, so I got a lot of stuff to get caught up on. Okay. Yeah, I do remember you telling me that, as Jaddick, that you do watch Interview with the Vampire. Lauren said, yo. As Jaddick says, really is a make or break casting, though Bond does really work in modern day. Feels better as a period piece. I don't know. As Jaddick says, Jacob Elordi feels less Bond to me and more rival that turns traitor for 007. Okay. I can dig that. All right. Next up. So, we're going to talk about black men and Netflix. Y'all been having a good week. Good week. So, Michael B. Jordan's animated film Swapped is the most watched animated streaming movie in a week in Netflix history. It is now the second most viewed animated movie on the platform behind K-pop Demon Hunter. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Yahya Mateen's Man on Fire TV show is leading the way as one of the most viewed shows this week on Netflix as well. That's big. Netflix has a huge audience in between Yahya Mateen's show and Yolan Noel's Nemesis. They doing numbers over there, so I'm happy. Yeah, I like to see this, man. Shout out to Yahya, man. I like him. He's putting numbers on the board for Netflix. He put numbers on the board for Wonder Man too. Okay? People don't like to admit it, but Wonder Man did chart. Okay, Wonder Man charted. And it sounds like Man on Fire will be charting as well. We just got to wait and see what Nielsen says. But right now, Netflix is reporting that Man on Fire is one of its most viewed shows of the week. So, man, shout out to black men putting numbers on the board over there on Netflix. I love to see it. I like it. Have any of y'all watched either of these? Have y'all watched Man on Fire or Nemesis? I ain't watched neither one. I got so much stuff to get caught up on, man. I still haven't watched GOAT. Now that GOAT is on Netflix, I'm gonna try to watch that. Tonight with Caleb McLaughlin, the animated film GOAT. So I'm gonna watch GOAT tonight. And I'm gonna start Man on Fire. I'm gonna start Man on Fire. Y'all ain't watched it either? See, it's why I don't believe y'all when y'all be saying y'all want to see black men on TV and stuff. Y'all not watching the black men shows now. Why y'all not watching them? Where y'all at? Y'all ain't watching them. Damn. Thought y'all was gonna be supporting Yahya. Shady Informant said, catch the film Thrash. Thrash? I've never even heard of that. Let's look it up. Okay, where's this? This is on Netflix. Jay, is this movie good? Now, don't have me adding this to my watch list and it's not good. Is Thrash good? I need to go to the movies and see Obsession too. Let me see if there's a late night showing in my area. Hold on. Let's see. S. Jaddick says, I got no use for Wonder Man who wants to stay on Disney Plus and not taking his talents to Avengers movie. All we got is Sam and M'Baku. There's a male Black Panther coming, S. Jaddick's. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to see if there's a late night showing of Obsession. Maybe when I get out here. There's a 10:15. Oh, I ain't gonna make that. I ain't gonna make that. I'm not gonna make Obsession. All right, JD Informant says Thrash is great. Let me add that to my watch list. I'm gonna add it right now. It better be good. And if it ain't, I'm gonna come back and report it. And I'll be like, now. Hold on, let me add Thrash on here. Thrash. All right. That's on my watch list. I got it. Got it. All right. What is the next story? Sinners. All right. So Universal Studios just announced that for this Halloween season, they will have a Sinners attraction for their haunted houses. And man, if you are in the Orlando area, because I'm in Florida, be looking out for people in the South. They are currently hiring performers. So if you are in the Orlando area and you want to work and be a part of the Sinners Haunted House, they are hiring for all of these characters. They are looking for Smoke, Stack. They looking for some Annies. They looking for some Pearlines. They hiring. They need people ready to go in August. So if you are in the Orlando area and you want to be a performer for the Sinners Haunted House, they are looking for characters. But yeah, man, let's check out this clip of the announcement.
Welcome in. The game's just getting started. But be warned, the house always has an edge. And this one's jagged.
Sink your teeth into Sinners, one nightmare of many, only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
All right, so yeah, man, if you are a budding actor or if you want to get into the game, they are hiring. They're hiring on the West Coast too. So if you want to be a part of a performance with Sinners, they hiring. Universal Studios need people. Let me tell y'all something. I have a homegirl who works for a marketing firm, and we were talking earlier this week, and she was telling me about how studios are actively trying to figure out what was so special about this film and its connection to customers and social media. And she said companies are trying to figure out a way to replicate engagement the same way that they saw with Sinners and Black Panther. And me and her was just chatting, man, and I was just, we was just talking, and we was like, what these studios don't realize is some of this stuff is it's organic, and it's hard to manufacture culture and people's connection to culture. It's just hard to do. And you just never know when something is going to hit and when something is not. Like, when you think of the history of Black film, and not a lot of them bust and break through like Black Panther, like Sinners. So it's hard to even try to replicate that. So I just think it was interesting how these studios are actively trying to figure out, like, how can we make another moment like this? You can't make it. Some stuff is just, it's just organic. It just happens naturally. Now, they stated that the merchandise is already out. So if you are near Universal Studios, you can go walk in, buy you some merch if you are a Sinners fan. I live in Florida, and I don't know if I'm going to make it to this attraction because I'm blind. I can't see, and I'm scared that if I wear my glasses into the haunted house, somebody going to knock my glasses off, and I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be really mad. Glasses probably going to get broke. I love haunted houses. Like, I love them, but I have not been probably in like 6 or 7 years because I can't see. And I'm scared to wear my glasses in there, and I don't want nobody to knock my glasses off. So I may not make it to this attraction. I know Torian has sent me a DM. Torian was like, yo, are you going to go and report on it? Unless I can find like some goggles, some medicated goggles to wear, that's the only way I'm going to be able to go. Because other than that, I can't see, and I need my glasses. I would have to be going in with these damn glasses on, and I just know my wife gonna jump on me and knock them out and slap them off my face, and I'm gonna be pissed off. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, man. So y'all gonna have to go and come back and tell me how the haunted house is, because I ain't gonna be able to go to the Center's haunted house. But speaking of merch, this is why Ryan Coogler fought so hard for ownership in this film, because now they're spinning this off into haunted houses, into merchandise. You might see a video game. Sinners might end up on Broadway. Like, he had a vision on the potential and what could possibly happen. And as we can see, it is working. It's working. And this is why my argument stands on capitalism and our culture. If these companies think they can make money off of you, it will be milked dry. They are going to squeeze this Sinners cash cow until there's nothing left. If these people think they can make money off of our culture, they're going to make money.
I like more than check money.
They're going to do it every time. They going to do it every time. That's why when people start talking about Black Panther, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, I respect everybody's opinion and how they feel about Black Panther. I'm just going to voice my opinion. When people start talking about Black Panther and start saying, oh, you know, the corporation, they just wanted to kill the character off because they didn't want to see a Black character like leading and winning, that is like the complete opposite of the entertainment business. If they see something that's valuable, and if they see something that they can make money off of, they are going to capitalize off of it. So I do not believe there was this group of executives sitting up in the corporate office like, yeah, we're going to kill T'Challa because, you know, he's inspiring too many Black people and we don't want Black people to be inspired by positive. No. The issue is they had to figure out what was more valuable when it comes to that franchise. And they felt like maintaining their relationship with Ryan Coogler and that cast at the time was more valuable than recasting T'Challa. That is the reality of it. That's the reality of it. They saw more value into Ryan Coogler than that character. Because if we keeping it a buck, Kevin Feige could have said, no, we gonna recast. And if you don't like it, you can leave. But you better believe they did a cost-benefit analysis, and you better believe they looked at the analytics and they knew the reason that movie, that franchise is a $2 billion franchise is because of that team over there. But I always believed that we will get another T'Challa. I never thought he was kind of gone forever. That was always kind of crazy to me. But yeah, man, when it comes to value and where companies see value at, they going to maximize and they going to milk it dry. So I don't believe that I believe that they felt like Ryan Coogler was more valuable than recasting that character. That's just my opinion, because if they wanted to recast him, they would have, and I think they just preferred to just go with whatever he had going on and just go from there. But yeah, man, the Ryan Coogler universe, his team over at Proximity Media, they're a hot commodity right now. They got the streets jumping. We are a year past Sinners, and they still gonna make money off of this. So I truly believe this is also gonna end up being a Broadway adaptation. The lane is so wide open for what they could do with this Sinners IP. I think comics are in play, and this is why he wanted an ownership stake, because when you get something, what the hell? Sorry, it was a gnat. When you get something that you can see different visions of spinoffs of, you want to own that. And that's why he fought so hard for ownership, for this exact reason right now. There's a goddamn Halloween Horror Nights with Sinners, with merchandise. Yes, I want to own it. He said, I already knew what was finna happen. I already knew if this thing becomes big, they finna do all types of stuff with it. And you know how he knew it? Because he saw what happened with Black Panther. He saw it. He was like, man, I just made this studio $1 billion and I don't get none of that. The next movie that I do is going to be original. I'm going to own it. And when they start making all this extra stuff, I'm going to have stake and ownership in that. And I think that was smart. Good business. Good business move. Good business move. Lauren said they can't manufacture organic community or hype. She said, but black movies don't sell. I mean, if we keeping it a buck, they don't. Like, they don't. They don't. Because guess what? There's black movies that's been in theaters these past 2 weeks. It ain't booming at the box office. So, Johnny Rastafari says, I live in Florida. I will definitely be there. I wish I could go. I wish I could go. Lauren said Japan made a copycat Sinners. What? Lauren said they should have got Joe Jackson. He would have got T'Challa recast. Nisha said, really, Broadway? Hey, I will put money on it. I put money on it. Sinners will be on Broadway. There will be a Sinners play. There, I will put money on it. Yep. She said, so he should fight to get T'Challa back on the silver screen. T'Challa might be coming back. Lauren said, Tyler Perry got a Blumhouse movie, Strong. Yes, I'm trying to see if I can get a screener to that. I saw that. If they won't send me a screener, I'm still gonna watch it. S. Jaddick says, yeah, and trusting Coogler's vision resulted in about $500 million less box office and merch sales down. Captain Marvel was mid and cracked $1 billion because the MCU was peak. Same for Black Panther. You are correct. Wakanda Forever made $500 million less. They anticipated that. They knew. How much money did the first Black Panther make? 1.4. Black Panther 1 box office. Okay, 1.3. I mean, they would be if I was in the corporate office with them, I would be like, even if Chadwick Boseman wouldn't have died, I don't think Black Panther 2 was gonna make another $1 billion. I could be wrong. I just don't see it. Because I feel like that movie was such a phenomenon that could not be replicated. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. How much did Wakanda Forever make? Wakanda Forever box office. $859. Let's see, 1.3 minus 859. What we looking at? 859. So about what? $400 million less? I don't think they mad. You know how we know they not mad? You know how we know they do not care? Because they keep giving him more projects. He's the value proposition. He is the value proposition. If they cared, they would be pushing him out and bringing somebody else in. So, I don't know, man. We might get another T'Challa. Esjetic says, also, the MCU ain't in the business of making less than sequels. That pretty much always gets a director fired. Okay, so you're making my point. They see value in him because he made less and they still kept him. You are absolutely making my point. Most directors who make less on the sequel, they get him up out of there. They not only did they keep Ryan Coogler, they open the world up to him in Disney. This man has 4 more projects coming with Disney. 4. He is the value proposition, not Black Panther. That's why they let him do whatever he wants to do with him. He has X-Files. He has Animorphs. He has Southern Bastards. He has Black Panther 3. He's the value proposition. She said, and we know they don't care about black characters. Hello? That's another thing where I be confused. We talk about T'Challa, Black Panther. They don't care. Like, they don't care. When has Marvel cared about black characters? They don't care that T'Challa gone. They barely wanted to do a Black Panther movie. Let's keep it a buck. They don't care. They don't care. As much of a fan of Black Panther is in the comics for a lot of comic heads, I'm not gonna front and act like I read like every single Black Panther comic. I just did not. But y'all can love it. They don't love it. They don't care like that. They care about people. That is why RDJ and the Russos are back. They could have got anybody to play Dr. Doom. They went and got Robert Downey Jr., which is crazy. They don't care. They don't care. Nisha says, are there plans for Black Panther to be in more films with Avengers or Marvel movies in the future? So, allegedly. Okay. We should be getting a male Black Panther in Secret Wars. Maybe post-credit scene of Doomsday. We don't know if that Black Panther is going to be a variant. We don't know if it's T'Challa Jr. There will definitely be another male Black Panther showing up in one of these Avengers movies in Black Panther 3. There will be a male Black Panther in Black Panther 3, 1,000%. I can't tell you who it's going to be, though. We don't know if it's T'Challa or we don't know if it's his son. They kind of got the world open to do whatever they want to do. It just depends. They going to do whatever Ryan Coogler want to do. That's just what it boils down to. Whatever the story is Ryan Coogler is telling. Lauren said, that's like if the Odyssey flops over this racist people getting mad at Lupita casting Nolan style getting the work. Yeah. Yeah, if the Odyssey flops, who doing the Odyssey? Universal? The Odyssey movie. Let me see who's doing that movie. Hold on, y'all. Universal. If the Odyssey flops, Warner Brothers will be calling Christopher Nolan to do another movie. There will still be studios beating down Christopher Nolan's door because he is the value proposition. Not the Odyssey. It's Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Lauren said, heck, they failed up the Thunderbolts director. like what we talking about? Like, we don't do this every week, y'all. We talk about this every week. The Thunderbolts director is going to do the X-Men movie. What are we talking about? As Jack said, I think it's good Coogler is taking more work at Disney because I'm tired of his fans blaming everything that got messed up with T'Challa on the white execs. Coogler don't have no bad blood with. So, I don't see no Ryan Coogler fans. Fans of Ryan Coogler are not blaming executives on T'Challa because most fans of Ryan Coogler are okay with what the hell he did. You might have T'Challa fans blaming the white executives, claiming that's what I hear. I hear fans of T'Challa saying Disney just wanted to get rid of the character. Disney didn't want to see positive black representation. I hear that more from T'Challa fans. I don't think fans of Ryan Coogler are upset with what he did with T'Challa because they're fans of Ryan Coogler, so they're going to support whatever Ryan Coogler does. Nisha says, okay, cuz I'm like, do we have another T'Challa? I'm okay either way. Chadwick will always have a place in my heart. Yeah, and see, Nisha sounds more so like a general audience member. She's like, I don't give a damn whatever way they go. She don't care. And that's how most general audience members are. But general audience members... JD Informant said, I finally saw Thunderbolts. Great film, just not that many good fights. That was the bad thing about Thunderbolts, man. Thunderbolts wasn't a bad movie, but they did not let Century get busy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Ecstatic says, every T'Challa fan complains about his lack of super genius. Some Coogler fans will say, okay, the white execs forced him. Coogler had a lot of freedom, man. I think everything falls on his feet. You have to give him the praise for making it successful, and then you also, if there's any judgment given, like for people who are upset with his decision to not recast T'Challa, that falls on Coogler's feet. I don't think them white executives told him don't recast T'Challa. He made that decision, and they trusted whatever his vision was because they like Ryan Coogler. Joshua said Thunderbolts left me feeling depressed. She said, I got love for Coogler. I rocks with him, but I hate the Black Panther decision. Yeah, it was all him. You have to give everything to him, the negative and the positive. And I think he accepts that. He accepts it. Black people, let me tell y'all, us, baby, a lot of black people are really sensitive to recasting. I talk about this all the time. Y'all, I just did a video on TikTok, and it was like literally a 2-second clip showing Akasha's hand from Quinta the Dam. That was the role that Aaliyah played. That role was 20 years ago. 20. They have not recast Akasha in 20 years. There are people in my TikTok comments right now saying, we don't want it if it's not Aaliyah. I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all my comments. Hold on. Let me pull this up here. I'm going to show y'all my TikTok comments. How do I share my screen? All right, so this is a post I made. Probably has... I got like 250,000 views on this post. I'm going to try to make this as big as possible. All right, I'm going to see if I can zoom it in. Hold on, so y'all can see this. I'm sorry it's taking so long. We done kind of went off topic, but I want y'all to see how us, my people, we are cutting up in these comments saying Akasha should not be recast. Us, baby. Us. We are mad. Somebody said, damn, I wish Aaliyah was alive to do this part. Somebody said no, because Akasha is Aaliyah. Let me see if I got no Akasha without Aaliyah. Why can't originals just be made? This ain't gonna hit without Aaliyah. Aaliyah has no business not being here. What the F? They can keep Aaliyah. They can keep it. Aaliyah is my Akasha. Somebody said, but it's not Aaliyah. I miss Aaliyah. Should be an Aaliyah. Like, do y'all see these comments? Do y'all see this? So it's not just like a T'Challa Chadwick Boseman thing. Aaliyah has been passed over 20 years. They don't want nobody else to play Akasha. Oh. Like, it is us. It's us. It's us. It's us. It's us. It's us. It's us, baby. It is us. That's why when I make this argument, I be like, this isn't just a T'Challa Chadwick Boseman thing. People are like that with Aaliyah and Akasha. They don't want nobody 20 years later. How far removed are we from Chadwick Boseman? Let's see. When did Chadwick? We ain't even 10 years, I don't think. When did Chadwick Boseman? Okay, 2020, what are we in? We only 6 years released from Chadwick. And y'all talking about it's time to recast. We are 20 years removed from Quinta the Damned. And people are still saying, no, please don't recast Akasha. It's us, baby. We be holding on, but... It is us, y'all. It is us. We are very sensitive when our people pass away, and when our people do good with a role, we don't want nobody else to do it. Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's see. She said Aaliyah was the character for all 34 seconds. Stop it. And look, I am a big Aaliyah fan. Big Aaliyah fan. I got a Queen of the Damn poster up right here on my wall. Them people do not want nobody else to be Akasha. Lauren said if the new actor isn't good, we gonna complain. We gonna complain, baby. We gonna complain. As Jaddock says, I think most MCU fans will accept whatever Feige tells them, much like MAGA will eat whatever Trump says. Nisha said, I liked Aaliyah in the movie. Me too. Like, I am a big Aaliyah fan. Baby, it's 20 years. Let's see. When did Queen of the Damned come out? Let's be exact on the numbers. I don't even want to speculate. When did Queen of the Damned come out? Queen of the Damned came out in 2002. We are in 2026, 24 years later, and y'all can go on my TikTok, and it's people flooding my comments saying we don't want it unless it's Aaliyah. One dude said, well, are you gonna pay for the resurrection? Because you know she gone, so how we finna do that? Oh, Jesus. S. Jaddox said, I don't think these fan bases have a lot of overlap. What do you mean, S. Jaddox? What do you mean what fan bases don't have a lot of overlap? And then we're going to move on to the next topic. What fan bases don't have a lot of overlap? I'm not talking about fan bases at this point. I'm talking about black folks. I'm talking about us. When we have somebody who play a role and that person passes away, we don't want nobody else to do it. We want the role to go with them. We get real sensitive. Joshua said, you are right. Black folks do have a problem with recasting. My baby watched an educational show called Blippi, and he has a partner, a sister named Mika. When they recast her, I said, what the hell going on? It's us. It is us. But not only do we not like recasting, but when you recast and the person passed away and the person killed it, oh, baby. Oh, baby. We do not play. We do not play. Let me tell y'all, when the rumors started that Damson Idris may be, when the rumors started that Damson Idris may be the new Black Panther, my mama called me. My mama said, who is this boy they talking about finna be the new Black Panther? My mama said, I don't like the way he walk. He don't walk like Chadwick Boseman. My mama said, just leave it alone. He don't need to be recast. As Jaddick said, Queen of the Damn and comic book fans. Of course, Queen of the Damn and comic book fans don't overlap. We ain't talking about overlap of fans. We talking about Black people and how Black people don't like for roles to be recast if it's somebody that we hold in high regard. We don't like it. We do not like it. We do not like it. JD Informer said, your mother right. I don't like him at all. She was hot. She tells him, my mama don't know nothing about Damson Idris. She said, I don't like the way he walk. He don't walk like Chadwick Boseman. I said, what? I say, so the boy can't play the role because he don't walk? She tells him, he don't walk like a king. I said, girl, bye. So you're right, S. Jaddick. I'm not talking about overlap of fans. I'm talking about Black people and how we be real sensitive when people pass away and don't want their roles recast. We don't like it. I done showed you proof. That TikTok has, how many views does that TikTok have? That TikTok has almost 500,000 views, and it's flooded with people saying, if it's not Aaliyah, I don't want it. So it's not just a T'Challa thing. Black people, we just be like that. Lauren said, people always compare things to the original. People didn't want Robert before the Batman, and Robert shouldn't have got it. He's a horrible Batman. He's a horrible Batman. Horrible Batman. I don't like him as Batman. Horrible. All right, y'all. We finna move on. This is a good topic. Good topic. Black Panther always gets us going, don't he? Lord, bring him back. And if T'Challa comes back, I don't want to hear y'all complaining. Y'all better not say nothing about if it's a new T'Challa. I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all better be happy he back. As Jaddick said, Robert Pattinson is playing a Twilight vampire Batman. He is. That's why I don't like it. I don't like him as Batman. I get it. They going for like the younger version. He's like a detective. He real emo. I don't, Don't like it. All right, let's move on. All right. After years and years of rumors, canceled plans, studio drama, Ice Cube practically fighting for the rights of the franchise, we now have confirmation that last Friday is happening. But how y'all feel? This is not like a recast, but it's kind of like a sequel. Sometimes Black people don't do good with sequels either, but how y'all feel? Y'all think Last Friday can actually live up to the originals? Do y'all think we should do another Friday? So Ice Cube and Mike Epps pretty much just confirmed the fourth Friday movie is officially moving forward, with production reportedly aiming for late 2026. And Mike Epps said it is the best and it is going down. He said it ain't going up, it's going down. And speaking of it, Ice Cube says this movie is going to focus on gentrification in the neighborhood. So this ain't going to be like a lot of random jokes and callbacks to the original. They're actually trying to say something with this new theme of gentrification in the hood while still keeping that classic Friday energy. Okay, let's take a look at the clip.
Last Friday, I hear, is coming.
Yes.
It's signed. Y'all are writing it, correct?
Going down.
Yes.
It's going
Yeah?
down. It ain't going up. It's going down. For sure.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job.
Y'all get Chris?
We were talking to him, and he wants to come back.
He's one of the best. I think he's gonna do it.
Where are Craig and Day Day now? What's happening with them now?
You'll see. They ain't top flight no more.
What we know about the fourth film in the $121 million franchise, it'll deal with gentrification of the neighborhood, and shooting will begin towards the end of the year.
All right, so y'all see it. It's going down. Now, one thing that has me excited is who's writing the movie, because apparently the writer's room includes Ice Cube, the original co-writer, DJ Pooh, and also Aaron Magruder. And if y'all don't know who Aaron Magruder is, he is the guy who wrote The Boondocks. All right. And if y'all know the style of The Boondocks, it sounds like the social commentary in this movie is going to be crazy. We've been asking for years, like, bring the Boondocks back, bring the Boondocks back. So it looks like Aaron Magruder is going to be working on this Friday movie. But let's be honest. Let's get serious. The biggest question is Smokey, because for decades, people thought Chris Tucker would never come back. But now Mike Epps said they've been talking to him and he wants to return. We just saw Ice Cube say, I think he gonna do it. Is Chris Tucker really back? Is he coming back? And low-key, the fact that Ice Cube kept fighting through Warner Brothers to finally get past all of these roadblocks, you got to respect him. He's been fighting for this movie for a long time. But once again, is Chris Tucker coming back? Now, y'all know, if y'all watched my show a couple weeks ago, we talked about how Paramount wants to do a Rush Hour 4. But Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, they were kind of going back and forth with Paramount because they want to get paid.
Get paid, young here to get paid.
And Paramount don't want to pay him. Paramount don't want to pay him. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan allegedly told Paramount, hey, if we're going to do it, we want $20 million each. That was our price back then. That's still our price right now. So Chris Tucker, honestly, is probably going through the same thing with Ice Cube and Warner Brothers. Chris Tucker probably wants to get paid.
I like more than check.
Money. He wants his money. Sounds like Chris Tucker wants his money, because if you go back and watch that clip, when he said, hey, is Chris Tucker coming back? They had a little nervous laugh like, I think he wants to come. If you think he want to come, is he coming? I think Chris Tucker wants to get paid. Let's look at these box office numbers. I'm enjoying putting these little graphs together for y'all so y'all can see what's going on. So let's take a look at the box office for Friday. The first Friday movie made $28 million. Next Friday made $59 million. It's the highest grossing Friday in the franchise. And then the Friday after next only made $33 million. So like we talked about earlier, it's a black movie. It's not a big blockbuster. But these movies, they just warm our heart in the community. In our community, these movies are worth $1 billion. But as you can see, they never really made a lot of money. They didn't make a lot. So the question is, how much is Chris Tucker worth? He wants to get paid $20 million for Rush Hour 4. They just can't afford to pay Chris Tucker that amount of money for a Friday movie. They just can't. And think about this. Warner Brothers barely wanted to give Ryan Coogler $90 million for Sinners, all right? They probably only want to give Ice Cube $15-20 million to make this movie, because look at the box office history. I can't give you $100 million if you never even made $100 million. So they probably only want to give him a budget of $15-20 million. And if Chris Tucker is saying, my price is $20 million, well, we have a goddamn problem. We have a problem. And it seems like Chris Tucker don't need or want the money. That's why it's always been hard to kind of get him back. He's probably looking at Ice Cube like, hey, man, if you can't give me $10 million, I'm not coming back. I don't really need to do it. I don't really want to do it. If you're going to get me off my couch, I need about $10 million. And if I am Ice Cube and if I am the executives at Warner Brothers, I'm like, bro, we don't have that much money to give you. Like, this is a low budget comedy movie. So they're in a pickle, I think, when it comes to Chris Tucker. I don't know if they're going to bring him back, but I do like the idea of bringing in the writer from the Boondocks. That's dope. I do like that. But man, these sequels from these old movies, they haven't really hit like that, with the exception of maybe Bad Boys. Because once again, remember what we was talking about earlier. Black people, when we are connected to something that's old, we don't like new stuff. We don't like when you start doing sequels. We don't like the recasting. It don't feel the same, so we don't really show up. These sequels have not really been successful. The new Coming to America didn't make money. House Party, White Man Can't Jump, Space Jam. Like some of these sequels / reboots, they just don't work out. So I don't know how much money they're going to give them for a budget to make a Friday movie. And I don't know how successful a Friday movie can be where it doesn't start feeling too gimmicky. So this is a little tough. This is tough. I'm thinking like an executive. I don't know how much money I would give them to make this movie. I don't know. What I will say is I think we should watch the Wayans brothers and see how Scary Movie is handled. I think what Scary Movie makes at the box office will help us gauge a little bit more on what can possibly happen with Friday. But how y'all feel, man? Do y'all think they're going to be able to get Chris Tucker back? Or do y'all think they should just leave him out? Whatever Chris Tucker is asking, let's say he wants $10 million. Is it better to bust that $10 million down and give it to some newer comedians? What do y'all think? Or do y'all think they need to just come up with the money and get Chris Tucker back? If it was me, I'd say, Chris, I can't afford it. I ain't got it, bro. I ain't got it. Nisha said, what? Is it really? Nisha, girl, you need to watch my show. I be breaking all the news. Yes, it's coming back. Josh said, what if they AI him in? I don't think they can do that. JD informant Mike Epps said his comedy special was going down, and down was the laughter while I watched. JD informant said Bad Boys made bank, Scary Movie made bank. We don't know about Scary Movie. It ain't out yet. There hasn't been a new... When was the last Scary Movie? Scary Movie 5. 2013, man, that was 10 years ago. We can't really... Hold on that. She said if Chris Tucker don't get his ass back in this franchise... Lauren says Smokey better be a crackhead. No. JD Informant said, first off, that was yesterday's prize. What was the last big payday Chris had? That is true. But some people are kind of like me, right? Where I am in my life right now, like I'm good financially. I'm good. I'm straight. You're going to really have to pay me to like come out the house to do something that I really don't want to do. So I think that's kind of like where Chris Tucker is. It seems like Chris Tucker is straight in his life. He don't really need the money. So if I got to come out of my house and go do a movie, y'all going to pay me to do it because I really don't want to do it. So if I'm going to do it, I'm going to at least tax y'all. Lawrence said, I have not seen Chris Tucker in nothing since Air on Prime. Air was good. Lauren said inflation. She said if Chris comes back, they'll make bank. Yeah. Billy says it reminds me of Michael B. negotiating recently. Hopefully they find a middle ground. I don't think they could find a middle ground because I don't think this movie is just going to have a large budget. You just can't give them a lot of money because I got to go off of what I see. Y'all ain't never made a lot of money, so I can't just... She said, come on, Tina, Coming to America streamed on Amazon, and people hated it. They hated that movie. Lauren said they're going to recast Smokey with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart like to get paid, too. JD Informant said, I think ICE needs to remind Chris of those Epstein files and his huge media platform. Problem solved. So now you're going to blackmail him to come back? Nisha said, yeah, I mean, they would have done fine without Chris. We would love him for nostalgia, but it's fine either way if they can't afford him. We ain't got the money, man. We ain't got the money. We ain't got it. All right. What we going to talk about next? Let's talk about Betty Boop. Let's talk about Betty Boop. So, for y'all that don't know, or who didn't watch the Betty Boop cartoons from back in the day, she had this little boop, boopity doop, boopity doop. She had this little thing that she used to do. Now, Quinta Brunson, the creator of Abbott Elementary, is officially stepping into the world of Betty Boop because, according to Variety, she's developing and starring in a brand new Betty Boop movie. Now, at first, some people gonna hear like Betty Boop movie and think this is just another nostalgic Hollywood reboot, but this project actually sounds like they might be digging into something a little deeper, because apparently this story is going to focus on Betty Boop's origins through the eyes of her creator, Max Fleischer, and explore the relationship between like the artist and the character he created. What made her want to do that? Is there like a ask for a Betty Boop movie? I don't know. The question is people gonna go out and watch this? I don't know. I don't know about this, Quinta. I don't know. I don't know which direction she's going in with this film, but y'all, let's talk about the messy lawsuit from back in the day, because y'all already know when this movie was announced and Quinta is cast in the starring role, some people was upset like, why are you race swapping Betty Boop? Betty Boop is a white woman. And even though technically Betty Boop is a cartoon, is she a white woman? We don't know. But anyway, y'all, let's talk about the Betty Boop lawsuit from back in the day. Hold on. Let's talk about the lawsuit. Ooh, if y'all are new here, I love to cover legal cases. But like I said, for y'all that don't know, or if y'all was not old enough to watch like the Betty Boop cartoons from back in the day, she had this little song that she would perform, and it would be like, boopity doop. That was like her little signature sound. Take a look at it.
Baby, boop, boopy doopy doop, won't you, huh?
All right, that was her little signature sound. Now, mind you, this is all taking place around the 1930s. Betty Boop started to become like really, really popular, right? Helen Kane, which y'all can see here, she's the white woman pictured below. She sued the creator of Betty Boop and said, hey man, Betty Boop looks like me, sounds like me. This is a direct image of me. In the 1920s, Helen, the white lady, she was a singer and she was known as the Boopadoop girl. She used to say ba-doop-a-doop boop. She used to say that too. So she went to the courts and she had a case and she said, listen, man, y'all copied me. The creator of Betty Boop is using my likeness, turned me into a cartoon, and they're making all types of money off of me. Betty Boop is me. This is what the white lady is saying. Helen said me. They copied me and turned me into Betty Boop, and they're making money and they're not paying me. Now, this is where it gets messy, y'all. That's where it gets messy. This is why it pays to have a good lawyer, because the man who created Betty Boop, the cartoon, the character Betty Boop, he sent his lawyer to go and dig up some information on Helen Kane. And the lawyer pretty much was like, Helen Kane, we ain't copied nothing from you. Matter of fact, when you was in Harlem, before you became famous, you actually stole your sound from Baby Esther, because Baby Esther is from Harlem. The lawyer was like, you actually stole your sound from a black woman, so how we steal anything from you? Oop. Oop. The judge looked at her and was like, well, I mean, is this true? So they went in and found out this little young black girl by the name of Baby Esther. She had been doing like these scat jazz sounds, like ba-doop-a-dee doop, ba-doop-a-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop-a-dee doop. She was performing down in Harlem, and Helen would go to Harlem and watch Baby Esther perform. How they found all this information out from the 1920s and 30s, I don't know how they knew that Helen used to be down there watching it, or who they paid to get this information. So they essentially said that Baby Esther is the person who Helen stole her jazz sound from, who Helen stole her hairstyle from, who Helen stole her ba-doop-a-dee doop from. And then what was even messy about it, they had a video of little baby Esther tap dancing, doing jazz, hitting the jazz scab, ba-doop-a-dee doop, ba-doop-a-dee doop. And the judge looked and was like, well, hell, it sounds like you, Helen, stole everything from baby Esther. So if you stole everything from baby Esther, you can't sue the creator of Betty Boop because you was a stealer too. Everybody was stealing. Whole case got thrown out. Threw the whole goddamn case out. So that's why sometimes you hear these theories that Betty Boop is based off of a black woman. But if you really, 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 really chase the roots, it is, but it ain't. This is my theory. This is what I believe. This is just my opinion. I think the man did create Betty Boop off of the image of that white woman, Helen Kane. I think that man made Betty Boop in the image of Helen Kane. I truly believe that. But I also believe when they start digging into Helen's past and found out that she used to go down to them clubs in Harlem and she started stealing her style and technique from the little black artist, Baby Esther, I think the man who created Betty Boop went in and retconned everything to make it seem like, oh no, this creation actually or originated back in Harlem to Baby Esther. That's what I think. I think that white man made Betty Boop in the vision of Helen, but when they started researching and found out that Helen got it from Baby Esther, I think he just went in and started lying and changed it around and was like, no, it's actually based off of the black woman. Lies. Now, with them admitting this in court, you would think Baby Esther would then step up and say, well, hell, now I'm about to sue y'all because y'all just pretty much admitted that this character is based on me, but they said it never happened. Maybe Baby Esther didn't have the money to get a lawyer to kind of fight a case. But this is just another point in history of people colonizing the culture, making money off of it, and not paying the original creators. You see how all of this stuff is kind of tying back to Ryan Coogler and Sinners, back to Ice Cube and Friday. So with Quinta wanting to do this movie, hopefully a little bit of this can be weaved into the story and she can reclaim this character back. And if it was me, man, if Baby Esther still has ancestors alive, man, go ahead and shoot them folks some money, man. Go ahead and shoot them people some money and break them off, Quinta, if you are going to really be creating this movie and going back to the history all the way to Baby Esther. But that's why when y'all hear people talk about Betty Boop, there's confusion on if she's based off of a white woman or a little black girl, when I think the history is a little bit more complicated and it's not really straightforward. My opinion, I think she was based off of this white woman, Helen Kane, and then I think the man found out that Helen Kane stole the style from Baby Esther, and then he went in and changed it and was like, no, Betty Boop is based off of Betty Esther. That's what I think, Baby Esther. That's my theory. What y'all think? How y'all think it went? Let's check the comments. JD Informant says she was a real person. As Jack said, theft on the left. As Jack says, no one cares that much about Betty Boop that much. Lauren said, white people used to cover black songs all the time. Is how they got around stealing songs. Yeah. Nisha said, ooh, scandalous. Stealing from a child. JD Informant says, so did Esther get paid? Don't think so. Billy said, the usual suspects. Joshua said, great job breaking that down and explaining it to everyone. Billy said, look at them damn baby hairs. Ain't no white woman did that. As Jaddick says, I mean, it isn't usual to steal from multiple sources from something like that. Yeah. I just thought that was interesting. I'm like, Helen, girl, you had a good case. Helen went in with a strong case. Helen was like, this character looks like me. I'm the person who says boobity-doo. They stole. Helen went in with a strong case. Baby, they sent some private investigator down to Harlem and said Helen used to be in the clubs every weekend. Said Helen stole it from baby Esther. Ooh, I like tea like that. Then the type of court cases I wish I could go to. Ooh, I like that. I wish I would have been. They said the people was in the trial saying boop, boop, boop. Child. If y'all like legal news, y'all can go to my legal page called Legally Locked. Let me put it in here. I be covering criminal cases too. I love me some good old criminal cases. Yeah, man. So when y'all hear people talking about Betty Boop was based off of a black woman, I think it's complicated. I don't know if we can really say who Betty Boop was technically based off of, because I think it's complicated. I think she was based off of Helen Kane, and then when he got sued, he went in and flipped the case on his head and said, no, Helen, bitch, you stole. It's actually based off of baby Esther. I don't think that man knew who baby Esther was. And that's why having a good lawyer pays. Having a good lawyer will help you go in and dig up some nasty, dirty work on people. Damn, Helen. Helen looked like she used to be down in Harlem in the clubs, don't she? Say Helen used to be down there with the blacks. Yep, Helen used to be down in Harlem. Oh, Jesus. All right, y'all. All right. We finna do a commercial break. 3 minutes. I gotta go get some water. And she said Helen thought she had to come up. Bitch, Helen, girl. Helen thought she was finna get some money. Helen said, this is based off of me, baby. Y'all know Helen probably was sneaking to Harlem on the weekends in the club. You know who Helen probably was? Mary from Sinners. Mary from Sinners. Down in the club with the niggers. Down there with the blacks. That came back and took that style. Helen should have gave baby Esther some money. You know what I'm saying? Took my girl a little swag. People love to take your swag. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get some water, and when I come back, we're gonna have a really uncomfortable conversation, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The next conversations is gonna be, we're gonna talk about why black men are upset with the movie Is God Is. We're gonna talk about why black women are upset with Michael B. Jordan. We're gonna talk about Michael Jackson fans being upset. The next couple topics, we're going to talk about everybody just being goddamn mad this week. Give me 3 minutes, y'all. Let me go get some water. And, you know, we're going to have some tough conversations. Give me 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes.
Commercial break with a movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with a movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair, the movie Lair, movie Lair. Commercial break, commercial break.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Me back here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors and movies, all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all that here. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Commercial break with the movie Lair.
Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some water and some snacks. Meat bag, Commercial break with the movie Lair. We cover rumors in my movies all day. Commercial break with the movie Lair. Grab some snacks and pull up a chair. Commercial break with the movie Lair. From Wakanda to Gotham when we talking all the hell. Commercial break with the movie Lair. The movie Lair. Commercial break. The movie Lair. The movie Lair. Commercial break.
Commercial break.
From Wakanda to Gotham, we talking all that here. Thanks for chilling on commercial break with the movie Lair. We about to start right now. Get back here. Thanks for chilling on commercial break with the movie Lair, the movie Lair, movie Lair. Thanks for chilling on commercial break with the movie Lair, the movie Lair, movie Lair. Thanks for chilling on commercial break. Get back here. Get back here. We about to start. We about to start.
What up, y'all? Y'all saw that picture of Lupita Nyong'o dancing? Did y'all see that picture? I said, looks like Helena Troy to me. Did y'all see it? Y'all want me to show y'all it? Looks like Helena Troy to me. People is real mad that Lupita is Helena Troy, baby. Oh, this is kind of dope. Hold on, somebody texting me something. Black men, y'all first on the docket. We're going to talk about y'all first. Y'all upset me. And this conversation is going to come with a lot of love because I love y'all, but y'all had me a little hot this week. Because y'all was crying. Not y'all in the chat, but some black men was a little hot on the internet this week about movies, and I ain't like that. All right, so let's get into it. Hold on. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, let me show y'all. People are crazy. Anyway, all right, so let's get into it. All right. Black men, we're going to talk about this movie, Is God Is. All right. So, some black men were mad. We're mad about this movie, Is God Is. So, we've talked about this movie on the channel. This movie is essentially about Sterling K. Brown. He's the father to these twin girls, and when they're younger, he sets his daughters and Vivica A. Fox on fire. They survive. The girls end up in foster care. They think they ain't got no mama. They think they ain't got no daddy. But then they get a letter from Vivica A. Fox, which is their mom, and says, hey, I want y'all to go kill y'all daddy. This incident of them being burned happened when they were like 5 or 6, so they didn't think they had a mama or daddy anymore. So Vivica A. Fox writes them. The girls are now like maybe 20, 23 or so, and she was like, look, I'm finna tell y'all what happened. This is what your dad did. I want y'all to go find him and get rid of him. Prune him from the timeline. So originally, I was squeamish about going to see this movie because I was like, I don't know if I want to see two girls like hunting down their father, but the movie ended up being really good. This movie really is about the two girls. It's really about the twins because Sterling K. Brown is probably in the movie 5 minutes tops at the end. The movie is really about the journey of these two women and them going back and forth. Like, are we really going to do this? Like, that's really what that movie is about. So there was a certain subset of black men on Twitter found out a little bit about this movie and they just started crashing out. Like really emotionally crashing out, saying, why are black men always like the boogie monsters? Why is this movie being made? Why are black men the villains? And I was like, yo, there's a lot of black women villains in cinema history. There's a lot of them. I would say probably the biggest black woman villain in cinema history is Monique from Precious. I think she's probably the biggest black woman villain in history. And so some black men, they were upset. They're like, yo, we're tired of seeing ourselves portrayed this way. And I'm like, hold on. Why do you think you're being portrayed that way? You are not an abuser. You are not this character. So why do you see yourself in Sterling K. Brown's character? If that's not you, this movie should have no effect on you, in my opinion. When I watch black women villains, I don't see myself in these black women. Like, I don't see myself in Akasha. I don't see myself in Claudia. I don't see myself in Monique's character. I don't see myself in these women when I walk out of the theater. So I can't wrap my head around, and maybe I need some black men to come on here and talk to me. I cannot wrap my head around why some black men see Sterling K. Brown's character and think that he is a reflection of them or a reflection of all black men. And you know what's even crazier about all of this? Most people are personalizing a movie that they didn't even watch. I don't even think they watched the movie, because the reality is, in this movie, everybody is the goddamn villains. Every last character that you meet in this movie is a villain. So that's also why I was kind of upset, because I'm like, y'all ain't even watched the movie to even like say you see yourself in Sterling K. Brown and he's the villain. True enough, he is the goddamn villain now. He is the villain. But I think everybody in this movie are villains. I think everybody is morally gray. There's no good guys in this movie. These daughters are not good guys. The mother is a horrible person, because why would you send your daughters to go kill your ex-husband and you know he crazy? She a villain too. I feel like everybody was villains in the movie. So that's why I was confused. I was so confused when the black men on Twitter was upset about this movie. I was a little bothered. I was a little bothered. I don't like to see black men upset on the internet about stuff like this, because it's like, don't see yourself in abusers. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't compare yourself to abusers. If R. Kelly is in jail, don't get mad and say they trying to take down black men. No, we trying to take down black men like R. Kelly. If Diddy is in jail, don't say we trying to take down black men. We trying to take down black men like Diddy. Don't see yourself in these evil characters. And then my other argument is, when there is positive content out about black fathers, about black men, nobody watches it. So it's like, what do y'all want? I don't understand what y'all want people to do. Wood Harris just played a good father in Forever. That show was mostly viewed by women. Method Man and Kelly Rowland, they just put out a movie about black love. Black men didn't watch that. Black men didn't go and watch The Photograph. Black men didn't go and watch You, Me, and Tuscany. Like, all the positive, loving black content, black men did not show up for it. Black women did. Black women went and supported it. So I'm like, I said, if y'all hate the idea of Sterling K. Brown being a horrible, horrible father, Children of Blood and Bone ain't got no chance. Children of Blood and Bone ain't gonna make it. It's not gonna make it, because Chiwetel Ejiofor, who plays Damson Idris's father, the king, he is a horrible daddy. He is horrible. I said, if y'all don't like to see horrible daddies on the screen, it's a wrap for Children of Blood and Bone. This movie is not gonna make it. People gonna probably end up calling Children of Blood and Bone The Woman King Part 2. Children of Blood and Bone ain't got no damn chance. Because I'm telling you right now, the father is horrible in this movie. He is a horrible father. Children of Blood and Bone ain't got a chance in the world. If black men are upset about Sterling K. Brown in this little low budget indie type film, I don't know, y'all. We it's rough. And I don't like this idea that people feel like black people can't tell nuanced stories. y'all, the reality is sometimes we are villains. Sometimes we're good guys. But don't put black creatives in this little pigeonhole and say, hey, we only want y'all to write content with black people walking through green pastures, sniffing roses and flowers. They don't do that. Don't let people make their content. And the people that are making positive content, let's go find that content and lift that content up. That's how you fix that. If we want positive content, we got to uphold the positive content. But we don't. That is the reality. If we had the internet in the 90s, New Jack City, Menace to Society, Players Club, none of those movies would have made it. Because, y'all know y'all black men was really villains in that movie. We would have had no damn chance. We would have had no chance. Oh, as Jaddick says, it's a black man bad movie from a director dating or married to a white woman, married to a white man. That's what they said. They said the director. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. That is what they said, S. Jaddick. They said, true enough, I don't know a lot about this director. But yeah, they said she's married to a white man. As Jaddick said, I read something about her being motivated to write or whatever because she was annoyed that black men getting murdered by cops were getting more attention than black women. Let's say that is true. Let's say she got upset because she felt like black women was not getting the same recognition as black men. What's wrong with that? Like, let's say that was her motivation. What's wrong with that? I don't think that was her saying, and I don't know her, so I'm only speculating. I don't think that was her saying that she was mad at black men. Sounds like she was more so mad at media and how media does not uplift little black girls when they are being harmed. And that's the reality. That is the reality of things. First off, let's don't act like we don't live in a patriarchy where men run everything. Let's don't act like we do not live in that type of society. And I think the biggest difference is with black women, not all, I'm not generalizing. When black men are being harmed, who is the first ones to show up for y'all? Not all the time. It's going to be black women. So I think sometimes black women may feel like when we are being harmed, the media may not put us on the same pedestal because, one, when a black man is harmed, black women are going to lift y'all up, and then black men are going to come and support it too. So that kind of pushes it up to the top. When a black woman is harmed, especially if it's by a black man, it turns into this gender war type thing where black men don't feel like, and we're not generalizing, some black men don't feel like they need to back the cause for black women. Sometimes, not all. We speaking in general. For example, when everything was going on with R. Kelly, we are talking about little black girls that were being harmed. There were so many people, men and women, still supporting that. Like, had no sympathy for the little black girls now. People cared more about the black man. We can't let R. Kelly go to jail. We can't let him go. That's just my theory on it. As Jaddick says, I think fantasy movies get more leeway. She said, well, you already said it ain't look good for Children of Blood and Bone. Now, mind you, maybe the special effects wasn't done. It's Children of Blood and Bone just looked a little, So not only does it look, you got a black daddy who's kind of rough with his kids. JD Informant said, black women uplifted and still uplift Umar, but had issues with Kevin Samuels. What is Kevin Samuels and Umar? Help me with the correlation between Kevin Samuels and Umar. What's the correlation there? Help me, Jay. What is the correlation between Kevin Samuels and Dr. Umar? I'm missing something. Kevin Samuels was a mess. That's what he was. That's why a lot of black women ain't like Kevin Samuels, because he was a mess. Kevin Samuels, this is how I feel. I feel you can learn something from everybody. Kevin Samuels did have some good things to say. But what I don't like, Kevin Samuels is no different than Tyler Perry to me. We gonna put them in the same bucket. Kevin Samuels openly admitted that when I was talking to black men and told black men to better themselves, I wasn't getting a lot of views. But as soon as I started talking about black women, I exploded on the scene. JD Informant said, maybe black women uplift the wrong things at times. We do. We do. Sometimes we be with some foolishness. We do. I'm not going to disagree. I think us as a community has to get better. We got to get better, y'all. We got to. But when it comes to art, I feel like unless art is, I don't want to say art is off limits, but I just feel like artists should be able to create what they want to create. That's just how I feel. And if that art isn't for you, don't watch that art. Or don't comment on that art unless you've watched it, so you can give like a valued opinion. Remember, we went through that with Ironheart. Remember when Ironheart came out, a lot of people was like, I'm not watching that. Why is the little black girl a criminal? So you ain't even watched it to even give like a valued opinion, to kind of see it both ways. I try not to critique something I haven't watched. I try not to. I'm not going to say it never happens. Because I sure been critiquing Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. I sure have been saying I'm very scared about the X-Men movie, but I try not to critique things I haven't seen, so I can give a valued opinion on it. And what's so crazy is the dude who started all of this, he's a writer. I forgot his name. He the one got all this shit up in an uproar. The dude who started the whole outrage about the movie, talking about how it's a negative representation for black men. One, he didn't watch the movie. I think his name is Torain Walker. What's crazy about it is now you hugged up with Boots Riley saying, "Oh, don't support Is God Is, but make sure you go and support a real movie like I Love Boosters." And I'm like, you didn't watch Is God Is, and you definitely ain't watched I Love Boosters, because I Love Boosters doesn't have the most positive representation of black men in it. So that's where I get off the train. That's when people start losing me, because now you being hypocritical. And I just want to say, for the record, I like both movies. I like Is God Is, and I like I Love Boosters, because I believe just let these people create, and if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But for you to get on the internet and crank all this stuff up about Is God Is, and then to come right behind it and say, but y'all go watch I Love Boosters. There is a black man in I Love Boosters. Lakeith Stanfield is literally playing a demon. He's literally playing a demon. And that's what throw me off. I'm like, so we can't support Sterling K. Brown, who's playing an abusive daddy, but we cool with I Love Boosters, and Lakeith Stanfield is literally the personification of a man demon. Y'all know how it be like when the women and they be dating men and they be like, he a demon, girl. He a demon. Like, Lakeith Stanfield is literally a demon in I Love Boosters. But anyway, now we gonna go to black women. Y'all see, I get a smoke out fair. I'm gonna get a smoke out fair. Now, black women got upset because the cast of Michael B. Jordan's Creed TV show Delphi was announced. And we talked about this last week. We found out that they're going to be following a Latino boxer. And black women got on the internet and was like, where are the black women? Where are the black women? Just like Michael B. Jordan, he would cast Latino women, white women. Michael B. Jordan doesn't like black women. And I'm like, how did we get here? I'm like, black women, how did we get here? What is going on? A couple months ago, we was just rooting for Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. And now today, y'all mad that this cast isn't full of black women? I'm like, come on now. Come on, black women. I'm like, y'all, come on. And then, like I said, I'm going to give black women the same smoke I gave black men. Half of y'all complaining don't even watch the Creed movies, because if I remember correctly, I haven't watched the Creed movies in a while. Every single Creed movie, from my recollection, has Latino representation in it. So I'm not surprised or mad that Michael B. Jordan decided to follow a Latino boxer, because if we follow a Latino boxer, you know, he's probably going to have a Latino girlfriend. He's probably going to have a Latino sister. Yeah, we probably going to have a bunch of Latin people in the movie. I'm like, black women, girl, come on, y'all. We got to talk about this one. This is not anything to get mad about. I am not surprised that this cast is Latino, because like I said, most Creed movies have Latino people in it. So I'm not surprised. But I'm also not mad either. When I heard about this Delphi TV show and it was going to follow a Latino boxer, I said, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. I was going to watch it either way, but I'm like, cool, I'm going to watch it. So for black women to get upset about this, I'm like, now why y'all mad? Because Michael B. Jordan's wife is Tessa Thompson in the Creed franchise. She's a black woman. They have a black daughter together. Like, when it's on the big screen, you see a black loving couple. So y'all should not be mad about the TV show that y'all probably not even gonna watch. And not only that, there are gonna be black women in this TV show. They just not a part of like your main core cast. And I'm like, black women, come on now. Come on, black women. We got too much content. We got too much black women content to be mad that Michael B. Jordan decided to not have black women be the face of his boxing show. I'm like, y'all, black women, please, let's don't hyper focus on this Creed TV show. Let's don't do it. Clarissa Shields had a boxing movie come out either last year or the year before. Ryan Destiny played the part based off of her life. I'm like, y'all, black women, if y'all want to see black women boxers, go watch that movie. Go watch. Let Michael B. Jordan hire a showrunner and let that showrunner decide who his cast is going to be. I'm like, black women, this ain't even nothing to get mad about. This is not anything to get mad about. And when Creed 4 comes out, you can see him and Tessa Thompson still together in a long-lasting marriage, and that's your black woman representation. We ain't got to be in everything. Black women got too much content to be mad. We got a lot of content. So I did not understand why black women was mad at Michael B. Jordan. We went from black men being mad, now the black women mad. I'm like, y'all, what is going on this week? Why is everybody so upset? Are we in a Mercury retrograde? Like, what's going on? People's mad. Very upset. Nisha said, yep, if a movie is made and someone watches it and it doesn't connect with them, it's okay. I saw STBY. I don't know what that is. And parts of it I didn't get and parts I did get. JD Informant said that's an Asian up top. Nisha said, well, yeah, I'm like, if we following a Latino boxer, he has to have a family. We knew this. Exactly. Now, it's not uncommon for, Latin men to date black women. So I guess you could have did the swirl if you wanted to. But I'm like, Lauren said, this is for them. Not all his projects going to be black. She said, that's right. I ain't even going to watch the show anyway. Ain't. All right. So I gave the smoke to black men and black women. So y'all can't get mad at me. But we should not. Black women, we should not be getting mad at Michael B. Jordan. And black men, don't let that Is God Is movie make you upset. If you are not an abuser if you don't set people on fire, you should have no relationship to that character at all. You should have no connection to that character. Because like I said, when I watch Precious, I don't see myself in Monique. I don't be like, oh, this is negative representation for black women. It's reality. I know a Monique. I know a woman who would probably put a man before their kids. Let's don't act like we don't know these people. And let's don't act like we don't know a man like Sterling K. Brown. Let's don't act like we don't know a man who is abusive. Let's don't act like that. Because guess what? Let me tell y'all what's so crazy about black men being upset about Is God Is. Because if the roles were reversed, and Sterling K. Brown played a villain who, I don't know, let's just say he had beef with the twin boys for maybe they stole his drugs, maybe they stole his money, wouldn't nobody be mad. People would be okay with them black boy twins hunting down Sterling K. Brown. People don't have problems with villains. I think people just don't like to see villains that hit a little bit too close to home. Because we know abusers. I know abusers. I'm not gonna even sit here in front and act like all the black men in my circle or all the black men in my orbit are these great upstanding men. 97% of the black men that I am around are great men. They're great fathers. But I know some hooligans. Let's don't act like we don't know them. So I don't know why we can't show them on TV. They exist. All right. Now, as Jada said, gotta say black women had a better case for the Thomas Crown affair. We ain't got no case for nothing. Let them people create whatever movie they want to create. We ain't got no case for nothing. All right. Now we got to talk about the Michael Jackson fans being mad. And I'm a Michael Jackson fan. I don't know if I'm a stan, but I'm a fan. But I don't know if I'm a stan. I don't know if I'm that deep in the game, but I am a fan. I like Michael Jackson's music. I think he's one of the greatest entertainers of all time. But let's talk about the Michael Jackson fans being mad. So, the Michael Jackson fans are mad because there is a documentary coming out about him. And I'm like, why y'all mad? Like, why are y'all mad? Based off of what I've seen, just the trailer, I don't know enough details to know what angle this documentary is coming from, but it looks like Michael Jackson's lawyer is involved. So I was confused. I'm like, why y'all upset? Because it looks like Michael Jackson's lawyer is going to be telling their side of the story. Michael Jackson was acquitted, so it sounds like this documentary is focusing on the case of 2005. Might beat the case. So I was confused on like why Michael Jackson fans are mad. Why wouldn't we want to see a documentary about him beating the case? You know what I'm saying? I'm a little confused. Do y'all think this documentary gonna be messy? Is that why people mad? Y'all think this is gonna be a messy documentary? I'm interested because back in 2005, I was in college. I was partying. I wasn't tuned in to the Michael Jackson trial. So I don't know the ins and outs. So I'm interested to see like what happened. Like I'm nosy. Like I literally don't know anything about the case. And I love legal documentaries. So I'm interested. And I want to know what happened. So I'm like, why is everybody mad? I got a little interested because I'm like, okay, we finna see how Michael beat the case. And then I saw that people was mad. And I'm like, why y'all mad? He beat the case. Why y'all mad? I want to know how he beat the case. I want to know how the charges even came about. I want to know, like, if they didn't have any evidence, how did they even bring a case at all? I'm interested. But the MJ fans are real tight. They tight. They feel like this might be some kind of smear campaign to hurt the movie. But if he beat the case, I'm confused on why everybody is mad. Y'all tell me, what am I missing? What am I missing? If Mike beat the case, why is people mad? Why? I'm a little lost. Y'all fill me in. Because when the OJ movie came out, we got an OJ documentary. I mean, this is how Netflix do. Y'all, Netflix has a whole section on documentaries. Y'all know they're going to do documentaries. And the good brother, Dre Mack, was like, he hit me up on Twitter. Dre Mack was like, they need to be doing an Epstein documentary too. Netflix has an Epstein documentary. Epstein got a ton of documentaries. The Epstein documentary on Netflix is so good. I was so into it. I was like, ooh. I was like, who is this Epstein guy? Where did he get all this wealth from? I was so into it. Maybe it's because I'm nosy. I love legal cases. So I like documentaries like them. Don't get me wrong now. Michael Jackson is polarizing. He is. So I get how people are kind of hot and cold on him. But we just dealt with a Tyra Banks documentary a couple months ago. We had a Diddy documentary. The Menendez brothers, they had a documentary. Like, I'm not surprised they're doing a Michael Jackson documentary because this is what Netflix do. So I'm a little confused. Mike is just always going to be polarizing. You have people who think he's innocent. You have people who think he's guilty. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay for people to sit on both sides of the fence. The people who like Mike going to support Mike. And the people who don't, they not. What we do know is Michael Jackson was never found guilty of a crime. So I don't get why everybody's so mad. I want to see. Because like I said, back then, I was partying, having fun. I didn't really care about legal cases. Now that I'm older and I can kind of like assess these legal cases, I'm interested because I'm like, oh, I want to see. I want to see how Mike beat them boys. S. Jaddick says, I love the messiness of fandom spaces. It is. S. Jaddick says, classic Netflix trying to ride the wave of the movie, but that's Netflix. One thing we got to recognize is we are in the entertainment business. They going to want to make money. JD Informant said they bit mad. Said Dre was on live for over 2 hours on the Netflix documentary. Dre was providing info on the truth. However, Netflix will hit Jackson with a chair and put him through the table. Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all think this is going to be bad? She said, I said this early on the Dre Max show. How come there ain't no documentary on MJ cases ever? But I think there has been some documentary on MJ cases. Nisha said, yeah, I wasn't tuned in for Michael's case either, so I would like to see it. And if his daughter's involved, I doubt it will be any foul play. Paris seems like she's not for any of that. I don't think his family is involved with this documentary at all. Netflix Jesse Smollett documentary was good until the end when they decided to say Juicy was innocent. She said the Puffy documentary was ass. HBO had the best Puff Daddy documentary. Billy is Waiting says, sorry to the Mike fans. I'm a fan, but these cases are a part of his history. It's important to talk about because it's what happened. Yeah, everybody was just mad this week. And Mike fans was mad. Black men mad. Black women, everybody was just mad. And I'm sitting here like, I'm such a movie fan. I'm excited for all of this. I really love cinema. So I'm like, I want to see Is God Is. I want to see the Delphi TV show. I want to see the Mike. I'm like, y'all don't like. I'm gonna be real. Y'all want to have another real conversation? Hold on. We're gonna talk about this for 2 minutes. Y'all want to have a real conversation? Y'all know why Michael Jackson stans are mad? I think people sometimes don't want to admit that Michael Jackson was a little eccentric and that Michael Jackson did some weird stuff. And I think people don't want that weird stuff exposed because they want Michael Jackson's legacy to be godlike stature. But we got to have a real conversation. We humans, we're flawed. We make mistakes. We do things wrong. And Michael Jackson, I don't want to say he's guilty, but Michael Jackson made some mistakes that he should not have made. He should have never had little boys sleeping in his bed that are not your children. That is always a red flag. Like, I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I'm not saying Mike did it, but when you are a superstar, nobody can tell you no. Nobody can tell you no. Because he should have had somebody around to be like, Mike, it's cool to have the kids over. We can put the kids on what Neverland, on the roller coasters. That's cool. But when it's time to go to bed at night, Mike, them kids need to be in their own quarters and you need to be in your own quarters. If y'all want to watch movies, y'all, let's go in the movie theater and watch movies. But everything else, they don't need to be in your room, Mike. That's just... She said, but what was weird, though? You don't think it's weird that he had little boys sleeping in the bed with him? Y'all don't think that's weird? She said MJ's bedroom is bigger than most people's home. I didn't say his bedroom. He had boys in his bed. Not his bedroom. His bed. His bed. He admitted that. Yes, I let boys sleep in my bed. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Y'all don't... That's not weird? This what we doing? You would let your son go sleep in another man's bed? That ain't weird? Because if that's not weird, maybe I'm on another planet. I think that's very weird. That's not weird? That's normal? That's what y'all do? Y'all let y'all kids sleep in other men's beds? Child. Not my mama. My mama ain't play that. I couldn't even go to sleepovers. And I never understood when I was young. I used to be like, why I can't never go to no damn sleepover. Now that I'm older, I get it. So yes, that is weird to have children in your bed. Because doing that creates these scenarios where people could make up lies on you. And once again, you cannot tell celebrities no sometimes. Lauren said, next, we not watching this doc. Lauren's going to watch it. Lawrence, I know you're a big MJ fan. I'm going to watch it because I want to know what happened. I want to know how all this even came about. Like, why did they bring charges against him? Like, I don't even know who the accuser was. Where's the accuser now? Is the accuser still alive? Let's see. Who was the accuser in the 2005 Michael Jackson case? Gavin Arrizio. Oh, he's still alive too. Accuser's still alive. Jay said, I think they're still alive and trying to sue. No. So what I do know is, the accuser from the 2005 case is not suing. There's this new family that's suing. And he had already paid them off. They paid this family off. And now the family's circling back and want more money. Now, one thing I will say, I think if someone has passed away, and if you don't have hardcore, solid proof, I don't think you should be able to sue their estate. Because how can I defend someone who's not here to tell me they part of the story? So I do think that's wrong. I think once somebody has passed away, unless you have some real tangible proof, you should not be able to sue their estate. She said, I mean, when you say it like that, but his bed was huge. She'd. You telling me you letting your 10, 11, 12-year-old sons sleep in a bed with another man? Most daddies won't even let their 10, 11-year-old son sleep in a goddamn bed with them. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. I don't care how big Mike's bed was. Mike, come on, Mike. Mike, why you got no kids in the bed with you, bruh? And you would think Mike, as a grown man, let's say the kids is in the bed. We watching TV, we eating popcorn, the kids fell asleep. Get your big grown ass out the bed with the kids and you go sleep somewhere else. Like, why is y'all sleeping in the bed together? So we gotta either say Mike was so childlike in his brain that he did not see anything wrong with that, or we gotta say that Mike was an adult and he knew he shouldn't have been doing that and he just kept doing it. I don't know. We'll move on from Mike. I know Mike is very sensitive for some people, but I'll come back and report because I'm watching the doc. Lawrence said, last doc I watched was Nature Boy. I did not watch Nature Boy on Hulu because somebody told me to go watch the documentary on YouTube. So I've been watching Nature Boy on YouTube. Crazy. Wildness. The Nature Boy situation, once again, another thing. Crazy. Let's move on. All right, so we're going to talk about a little DC Marvel, and then we're going to get up out of here. So, Lars Edinger is finally opening up about stepping into the role of Brainiac in the next Superman movie. Now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Lars said becoming part of the Superman movie was never like his lifelong dream, but now that it's happening, he said it feels like destiny. He's a theater guy. You know, people from theater are so always over the top. They so extra. But he said, I never wanted to be in a Superman movie, but now that it happens, it feels like destiny. Theater kids are so extra. All right, but what's crazy is Lars said this version of Brainiac is described as the incarnation of Satan with a little Shakespeare sprinkled on top. So we're not just going to be getting evil, smart guy Brainiac. We're going to be getting something a little bit more darker, is what he's saying. That's an interesting take. That could go really well, or that could go all the way sideways, fooling around with James Gunn. But yo, man, I hope the guy is scary. I hope he is menacing. As much as I be hating on James Gunn, I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to go into this Superman movie with open eyes, open arms, and hopefully this movie is good. Next up, let's talk about the lanterns. I'm so happy that the lanterns gave y'all some green because people was upset. So the new Lanterns trailer dropped, and I'm so glad that they put green in it because the Green Lantern fans was upset. They was pissed. They said that first trailer ain't have no green in it. They was very hot. I said, Lord, put some green in it. Golly, the people are mad. So y'all finally got some green. And I told y'all the show was going to get cosmic. You know, I think this new trailer looks good. I can't play it because DC will hit me with the copyright. But I think this is going to be a good show. Jeff Snyder is reporting that they may already be thinking about doing a season 2. And there's a lot of foreshadowing in the trailer that Hal Jordan maybe dying. He told Jon Stewart, you know, you can get this ring over my dead body. But there was rumors that Hal Jordan is supposed to be in a Superman movie that's coming up. So who knows what's going to happen with him. You know what I'm saying? I think DC is very invested in Aaron Pierre. I think they want him to be their black guy for black superheroes. So I'm excited for Lanterns. I'm interested to see how they handle him. This summer is loaded with shows. If you like TV shows, you are loaded this summer. We getting Interview with the Vampire Lestat is coming. House of the Dragon is coming. Spider-Man Noir is coming. Lanterns, like that's 4 shows right there. That's I have high expectations for. So I'm excited to see what Lanterns is going to be about. As Jadek said, the second trailer was much better. Why not open with this? Tina, we all know you hating on Gunn because he has cast more black heroes than Coogler. What? I did say the second trailer was better. As Jadix, first off, I did not hate the first trailer. I was not with that crew of people that hated the first trailer. I liked the first trailer because, once again, I just like a good story. And if they said it was going to be a grounded story about detectives, I was just like, okay, I'm in. Cool. So I did not hate the first trailer. So definitely like the second trailer. And I don't think you talking about I don't like Gunn because he could cast more black heroes than Ryan Coogler. I don't know if James Gunn has cast more black heroes than Ryan Coogler. What do we have? 2? Jon Stewart and Mr. Terrific. What other black heroes has James Gunn cast? Do we consider the girl from Peacemaker a superhero? Waller. He didn't cast Waller, so we can't give him that. What other black superheroes has James Gunn cast? See, now you done open up a can of worms. We ain't even supposed to be going down this path. Who else he done cast? Who we missing? All we got is Jon Stewart and Mr. Terrific. So who else he got? Who else on the board? Huh? Who we got? Nobody. Because guess what? We don't know who Cinqua Walls is playing. He might be a superhero, but we don't know. So we can't give him that. So he got 2. Who else he got? Y'all help him in the chat. Who are the other black superheroes that James Gunn has cast? Who? Nobody. Exactly. It's Jadix. I always want to be talking trash. Ain't cast nobody. But what I will give James Gunn, I always give him credit. I do believe he is highly invested in Aaron Pierre. I do believe that. 1,000%. I think he has a vested interest in Aaron Pierre. I will give him that. I give him that. But guess what? Let's blow Aaron down here. Our Jamaican brother. It's my Caribbean brother. Since you want to throw shade at Ryan Coogler, guess who James Gunn was meeting with? Ryan Coogler. Okay. S. Jaddick said Bloodsport, Mr. Terrific, and Jon Stewart. Who the hell is Bloodsport? That goes to show you how much I know. Bloodsport. Who the hell is Bloodsport? Bloodsport. Oh, Idris Elba's character? Was this from the Suicide Squad? Child, don't nobody remember that movie. Come on, man. So he done cast 3? He cast S. Jadix. James Gunn done cast 3 black superheroes, and you said that's more than Ryan Coogler? Do we got to go down Ryan Coogler's list? Do we? Do you want to do it? Do we? Do we got to go down the list of heroes that Ryan Coogler has cast that are black? Do you want to do it? Or you want to say that to another time? Because I know 4 off the top of my head. 4 off the top of my head. To James Gunn's 3. Not to mention we got a Black Panther 3 coming where there's going to be more heroes. Come on now. Like I said, I'm going to give him credit. We don't know who Cinqua Walls is playing. He could be Cyborg. He could be Black Lightning. We don't know who Cinqua is playing. I'm going to give him Cinqua. But Aaron Pierre is his guy. Aaron Pierre is his guy. And you know who he went to talk to about Aaron Pierre. Ryan Coogler. S. Jadix, if you bet on Coogler, you won't lose. Every argument you have with Ryan Coogler, I'm going to be able to come back to you. Because guess who James Gunn was meeting with? Ryan Coogler. Guess who he was meeting with? Ryan Coogler. Just bet against Coogler and you'll be safe. Let's move on. All right, man. So they dropped a new trailer for Spider-Man Noir that's coming on Netflix. Not Netflix, I'm sorry. It's coming on Amazon May 27th. And, man, that TV show looks good. I wish I could play the trailer for you, but they're going to copyright strike me, so I can't play it. But why I got Miles Morales here? That should say Spider-Man Noir. Amazon. Spider-Man Noir. Yes. Are y'all going to watch Spider-Man Noir? That trailer looks good. Like, yo, that movie looks fire. That TV show, I'm sorry. TV show looks fire. Coming out May 27th on Amazon. I think they said all 6 episodes are dropping at once. It looks dope. It looks dope. It looks dope. Lauren said Ryan ain't putting out no flops. S. Jaddick says, hey, all I know, Tina, is that Gunn knows how to showcase a black male super genius properly, and Coogler don't at all. Lauren said Tina saw Black Spider-Man and said Miles Morales. Just ghetto. Just ghetto. No, I think Miles Morales, we talked about Miles last week, and it was the same slide. That's what it was. I saw a black person, immediately thought Miles. Oh, Jesus. Where? I done lost the comment section, y'all. Where the hell the comment section went? Uh-oh. That's what I get for clicking on stuff. Hold on. What I done did? Where the comment section? No, we don't want to go back. Y'all, I done lost the comments. Where they at? Whoa, hold on. I done lost the comment section. Hold on. What? Y'all, I can't find the comments. Are y'all still on YouTube? I done lost the comment section. I can't see. This is gonna be real ghetto if I can't see the comment section. Oh, dang. I don't know where the comment section at. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna have to answer the damn comments on my phone because I done lost it on the I done lost it on the screen. I done clicked on something. That's why old people don't need to be messing with technology. All right, what I done did to the comment section? Hold on. We only got one more topic left too, y'all. We're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna talk about Kevin Feige. Oh, they back. See, this is why old people don't need to be doing technology. We back. I see it now. This is why we don't need to be streaming. All right, comment section back. All right, last topic. Last topic, then I'm going to let y'all go. Thank y'all for hanging with me for 2 hours. Y'all know I don't like to do that. All right, so there's been a major shakeup happening over at Marvel Studios, and honestly, this might be one of the clearest signs yet about who could eventually take over for Kevin Feige one day. All right, so according to The Hollywood Reporter, Brad Winderbaum is expanding his position even further. He's already been the lead executive over at Marvel TV, and now he's just been given the role of chief executive of comics as well. Brad already has his hands full doing Marvel TV, animation, and streaming, and now they're reporting his influence is growing even more inside of the comic book studio, because now he's in charge of comics as well. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Part of me is wondering, like, is this too much for him to do? Because Marvel TV alone is like a massive job. Like Marvel TV, we talking about live action shows, animated projects, Disney Plus scheduling, creative oversight, quality control, managing expectations, marketing, and now you also making him head of comics as well. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But at the same time, this kind of feels like intentional from Kevin Feige. Like Kevin Feige may be quietly setting up his successor in Brad Winderbaum. Maybe Brad Winderbaum is about to be the next major architect over Marvel Studios. And as someone who has worked in corporate America for a long time, it is currently my 9 to 5 now. Currently my 9 to 5. This is how the cookie crumbs are laid down. This is how they do it. They start sprinkling cookie crumbs in advance, and it looks like Brad Winderbaum could be the next man up if and when Kevin Feige decides to leave Disney. And let's be real for a second. Let's be real. This is also a way to save money. They just, people are just being cheap. This is how these studios work, because you got one man in Brad Winderbaum wearing multiple hats, doing jobs that was previously split between other executives. Now y'all got him doing all of that? Hell no. See, that be the sneaky part of all this corporate restructuring that nobody talks about. Like, most people look at this and say, oh, wow, this is so great, he's getting a promotion. That ain't no goddamn promotion. That's a lot more work. Damn. We previously had a head of Marvel TV. So you got a head of Marvel TV. Then you have a head of Marvel Comics. Now you got one person doing both of those jobs. I hope he getting paid double. That's a lot. That's a lot. I hope they paying him. That's a lot of work. That is a lot. And look, Disney loves efficiency. So while this looks like Brad is getting promoted, which he absolutely is, it's also Disney and Marvel consolidating power and responsibilities under fewer people. One person handling TV, helping TV, and you also gonna be involved with the infrastructure of comic books as well. Woo! That's a lot. That's a lot. And one thing I'm wondering is, are we about to start seeing a lot more synergy between the comics and the TV side? Like, are comics now gonna start moving more closer towards what the Disney Plus shows are doing? Or are Marvel Comics still gonna operate like independently, where writers can kind of do their own thing without needing to follow what's going on the TV shows? Like, whew. Questions. These are questions that I have, because if Brad is sitting in one of the most powerful positions between multiple divisions, this could be how Marvel is tightening up this infrastructure. One vision, one pipeline, one strategy, everything connected. Movies, comics, streaming, movies, everything. So y'all are now looking at the second man in charge, Brad Winderbaum, right under Kevin Feige. He now runs TV and comics. That's a lot. Good luck, Brad. Good luck. Billy said, I hope it's not Brad. He hasn't proven himself in TV yet. It's definitely Brad. That's why his picture up there. Lauren said, Brad gonna be the new Kevin when he leaves at some point. Disney been cleaning house. All right, S. Jaddick said, I find it hard to get a read on what Brad would do with power. That said, more MCU synergy ain't gonna save Marvel Comics from a DC butt whooping. It's been part of the problem. Lauren said, Marvel Comics have not been good for the last couple years. DC been killing them. Hey, Brad is y'all new guy. Brad is y'all new guy. That's crazy. Because if y'all talking about Kevin Feige was stretched too thin, what are y'all doing with Brad Winderbaum? How do y'all think he's about to be stretched if you got him doing comics and TV? Y'all, I'm at this point in my age, I'm trying to do less work when I go to work. Less work, not more. Hey, he done stressed me out thinking about everything he got to run. Child. Lauren said Brad gonna have people reporting to him. Yeah, he is, but still, that's still a lot, because think about it. You got to walk into the office every day. He probably going to have a computer just for everything going on with TV, and probably have another computer for everything going on with comics. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot to kind of run. I know he's going to have subordinates reporting to him. Same in TV. He's head of TV, but he lets these creators, create their own shows, but everything rolls up to him. But that's still a lot to kind of like manage. Unless they about to slow down on TV. They probably are. So maybe he won't have a big workload. Maybe they only going to do like 1 or 2 shows a year. That might be it. If he has a smaller TV workload, it might be easier to do everything, but that's still a lot of work. All right. Lawrence said the micromanaging and being at every set wasn't going to last. Kevin can only focus on big projects. Kevin shouldn't be on every set. He should have an executive producer handling that. You only show up when you need to. That's how a real manager would run it, but child, I don't know. That's it, y'all. 2 hours. We hit the 2-hour mark. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. Like always, every Friday. As Shattuck says, nothing in comics is going to change unless they purge the top editors. Everybody needs to go. I can't comment because I don't read comics anymore to make an opinion on it. I mean, I don't want to say I don't read them. I don't read them as much when I was younger. Like, if I go by the comic shop, sometimes I'll stop in and I'll grab a couple books. But I'm not, like, reading them to the point where I can really follow along with what's going on. It's like I'm too far behind to even know what the hell is happening. So I'll kind of get books here and there, but I'm not like a big, heavy reader like that. Lawrence said no post-credit scene. Yeah, I got one. Lawrence, did you go see Is God Is? I know you said you're going to see I Love Boosters. Y'all need to go watch I Love Boosters, man. Y'all support these black movies. The Magician. I know you're not coming in here 2 hours late. I know you're not. I needed you. I needed you for backup. I was in here getting on black men, getting on them. Had to give them a little spanking. But it's all love. Y'all, one dude told me when I was arguing about Is God Is, one dude told me on Twitter, he talking about, you're a stud. I expect you to hate men. He said, with your gay ass, I know you hate men. He will wear me out. I just want to say for the record, I do not hate men. I love black men. I got black brothers. I got a black daddy. I love black men. I love them. I don't hate y'all. Don't think just because women are lesbians that they hate men. I got a black daddy. I got black brothers. I don't hate black men. Now I do want them to do. I got black cousins. Black nephews. They think because if what one dude told me, he was like, you don't know nothing about loving no black man because you're a lesbian. I said, I love my daddy. Ain't he a black man? I love my brothers. Don't do that, sir. I love black men. I just don't date y'all. I just don't date y'all. I don't do the romance with y'all. But everything else, I'm with y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Ooh, that boy said, you a stud. You don't know nothing about black men. Unfortunately, because I am a stud, I've always been around black men. It's nothing but black men in my family. I'm always around black men. Lawrence said, well, we don't know about Chill. He in a mystery undisclosed location in Canada. We don't know what Chill. Look, I gotta hit Chill up. Me and Chill and Blue, we all need to do another show together because Chill be tripping. I watched the replay of Planet Fanatics the other night, And Chill was talking about Lupita Nyong'o being Helena Troy, and he was like, yeah, that's not positive black representation. They only made Lupita Helena Troy to get into the Oscars, Best Picture of Oscars, because now it's a requirement to have minorities to be considered for Best Picture in the Oscars. I'm like, chill. The last two movies that won, well, let's exit out. What's the movie that won the Oscar this year? 2026 Best Picture Oscar. Who was it? One Battle After Another. Outside of One Battle After Another, the previous two Oscar movies that won Best Picture ain't had no black people in it. Since that rule went into place, which was 2024, Christopher Nolan won Best Picture for Oppenheimer. Wasn't no black people in the main damn cast. And then in 2025, what was the movie? It was Anora. Wasn't no black people in that cast either. So I do know, I do know that they do have that kind of wiggled in there, but Blues House said Chill be wildin'. It's a rule though about the noms. He got that from me. It's a rule, but it's not a rule, because if you read the rules correctly, it doesn't say that in order to be considered for a Best Picture nomination, you got to have black people in it. It says you have to have someone in an underrepresented group. So that could be a minority. That could be someone that's LGBTQ. That could be someone that's handicapped. It don't have to be a black person, because once again, Oppenheimer and Anora, it wasn't no black people in that cast, and they won Best Picture. So, yeah. But I love Brother Chill. Blue, you missed a good show. You should have been here. I had to, tell black men they got to tighten up, because everybody they was crying about is God is. I didn't like that from black men. I didn't like seeing black men get upset, because y'all are not Sterling K. Browns. Y'all are not abusers. So don't see yourself in that abuser man. Y'all go follow Blue. Y'all go follow Blue. Blue does content too. Who else is in the comments that do content so I can send people y'all way? Because I think we should all support each other. I believe in supporting people. Because sometimes Lauren said Chill only like black projects with black characters created by white people. Damn. Brother Chill just gotta get a little cultured. That's all. Chill has good intentions, but I think Chill misses nuance sometimes. Chill has good intention. He just misses nuance. And you need nuance when you're having these types of conversations sometimes. That's why when we was trying to tell him about Michael Jackson, now I know I talked a little trash about Michael Jackson tonight, but that's why we was trying to tell him about the Michael Jackson movie. We like, Michael, we like, chill. All that you saying, whatever the hell you saying about the international splits with the domestic splits and all that split shit, I'm like, what you talking about don't make sense. I don't know I get what he was trying to say. Like, I understand what he was trying to say was, if the international market does not show up, Michael can't make $1 billion. And we was like, chill. The international market is going to show up for Michael Jackson. And for some reason in his mind, he's like, but Jafar is not Michael Jackson. Chill, we know Jafar not Michael Jackson, but this is a movie about Michael Jackson. This is about Michael Jackson. The international market will be there. I don't know. I don't know. But chill, brother, chill. You were not wrong, because you do need your international market to kind of help carry your movie. But I don't think he understood that Michael Jackson is an international star. Probably loved more internationally than in the U.S. That's why I was like, chill, I don't know what the hell you talking about with the splits. That shit don't matter when we talking about Michael Jackson. Like we talking about Michael Jackson. People in the United States talk shit about Michael Jackson because we have the freedom to do that. We all into it. Them people overseas love Michael Jackson. They love Michael Jackson. I was in Germany. I want to say it was maybe like, I don't know the year. I do not know the year, but I was in Germany. It was somewhere between like 88, 92. Because I was still young. I probably was like 5, 6, 7, 8 at the time. I don't know. Michael Jackson was in Germany at the time when I was there, and it was just chaos. And it's like I was young enough, like I knew who Michael Jackson was, but I still could not like process like what my dad was trying to tell me. He was like, we can't go out, there's traffic, Michael Jackson here. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't know. We love you, Brother Chill. Y'all don't tell Chill I'm talking about him behind his back. But sometimes Chill misses nuance. And maybe it's because he is Canadian. So he doesn't like understand things all the way. He wants to focus a lot on analytics. And analytics are good to focus on, but sometimes you got to add some nuance in. So Blue said, what part of Germany? We were in Berlin. We were in Berlin. Yeah. The Magician says it really doesn't. Kind of like any famous people want to know more about their fave. Yeah. Lauren said y'all need to bring him to y'all hood. I told everybody what we should do. They didn't want to do it. I said we all should get together. Me, Blue, Dre, Chill, Darius, Marcus, Josh, Torian. Trying to think of everybody. I said, y'all, we should all find somewhere to meet and let's all go watch Doomsday together. And then let's all do a big stream with all of us in the room together. Yep. I tried to get everybody to get together. I'm like, y'all, let's do it. Let's find somewhere to meet. Ain't nobody want to do it. People ain't really about that life. Chill was like, Chill think we gonna get him and kidnap him or something. I don't know what Chill think gonna happen. Chill was a little hesitant. I think Blue will do it. Dre will do it. Me and Blue right up the road from each other. Me and Blue probably could meet. Chill was like, Oh, Jesus. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Y'all know I don't like to do these 2-hour streams. Hour and a half is about my limit. I appreciate y'all for always coming in, engaging with me. It's 11:30. I need to go get my life together, go find me some food. Yeah, man, good stream. Good stream. Good stream. S. Jadix. I just want to say, S. Jadix, you know, if you are here, I appreciate you coming in every week, standing firm on your toes in hatred for Ryan Coogler. I like that. And I like, S. Jadix, that you come in here and you like to argue with me. Thank you. I need that sometimes. S. Jadix is going to come in here every week and talk about how Ryan Coogler is trash. We need that. That's what makes my stream special. S. Jadix every week. Ryan Coogler is trash. S. Jadix said, Tina, you just mad because James Gunn is hiring more black superheroes than Ryan Coogler. Oh, S. Jadix be giving it to Coogler, boy. Golly. Blue said he hate Coogler like I hate Feige. Blue, I don't even think you hate Feige. S. Jadix really don't like Ryan Coogler. He really do not like him. S. Jadix be like, forget that nigga. S. Jadix be like, Ryan Coogler took T'Challa's super genius away from him. I hate him. Worst T'Challa ever. I like exegetics, man. All right, man, I'm finna go. Y'all catch the replay. Y'all know I'll cut some of these segments up and put them up during the week. I appreciate y'all for coming in here every week, hanging out with me. But I think I'm about to be up out of here. Peace.
Ah, man, I love being black. I love y'all.
Coming to the movie Lair.